Hey, what is up guys? Jburton here, and today I just want to talk about the Jade Harvester changes for 2.4.1, which is on the PTR. Should be going live fairly soon, probably next month maybe. But anyways, I always enjoy Jade Harvester, so I was excited to see that it's getting changes. Unfortunately, they're not the changes I was hoping to see. They're getting big damage increases, which is fantastic. I love it. But they did not get a single defensive increase. That's where Jade Harvester really lagged behind. So, just going over the gear really quick, and actually talk about the changes. So the two set piece, it used to make it where if you had somebody haunted already, and you cast a haunt, it'll instantly do 60 seconds worth of damage of that haunt to that target. Now they buffed it up to 120 seconds. Pretty nice damage increase. And then on the 6 set piece, Soul Harvest consumes all your dots, instantly dealing 300 seconds now, instead of, if I remember right, it was 150 seconds. So big damage increases. But once again, no survivability increases, no new items that help Jade Harvester stay alive. So anyways, this typical gear, I'm wearing all 6 pieces, not using Ring of the Royal Grandeur. Typically, you're going to want to go for these stats like on the gloves: intelligence, crit damage, crit chance. But you don't want attack speed, you want cooldown reduction. The necklace, this is where I can't quite test out all of the build because I don't have the necklace. You need a Hillfire necklace with one of the 4 passives, actually one of the 5 passives you need. I'll go over that in a second. And right now on the PTR, if you look at my epic gem here, the Esoteric Alteration, it's level 59 and only has a 10% damage reduction. It's bugged right now on the PTR, and I'm not sure if it's just the text that is bugged, or if I literally am not getting that huge damage reduction, because this is basically a level 1 gem, 10%, that's what it starts out as. So that may be a giant amount of damage reduction I'm not getting, which it could be why I'm dying a lot. And then of course we're going to go in Lacumba's ornament. This is a poison build that I actually got from on Diablo fans. It's a Sirius_Silvio. Give him credit for that. I wanted to try it out because I had a few different variations, and I wanted to go with his. So we're still going cold percent damage because our soul harvest will be cold damage with the language we're in. Languish, not language. One thing he uses that makes me a little iffy is he runs Haunting Girdle for the extra haunt. I think because of the damage reduction, maybe String of Ears might be better in this spot, but I'm still running it just because the haunt got huge damage increases, so I can understand why he's using it. And we're running Unity because, single player build, we need that damage reduction bad. Another little side note, Gem of the Efficacious Toxin got another buff. All enemies you poison take 10% more damage from all sources. That's been like that, but then they also deal 10% less damage, which is great. And then of course I'm also running the Bane of the Trapped with conventional elements. Let's see here, what else? Trying to get Haunt on everything like chest, but my chest is terrible. 450 intelligence and no vitality. It has % life. You want vitality there. And then Haunt damage. Shoulders, I rolled the lowest Haunt damage. You definitely want Haunt damage there though. Then on the offhand, we're running Vile Hive, which you also want to roll for Haunt damage. Unfortunately, as you know, these offhands, they have a lot to roll against, and it takes a while to get what you want. We want this because our Locust Swarm will automatically have Pestilence, and the damage increase will also take into effect whenever we do our Soul Harvest. It just makes it that much bigger. And then Sacred Harvester. We're running Soul Harvest all the time, might as well just get that, plus we're using the offhand. So if it stacks up to 10 times, we'll get 60% damage reduction. Not bad. And of course the pants and the boots. Let's go over the skills. So we're running Poison Soul on Haunt. Makes it poison damage. Targets take 20% more damage from everything. Locust Swarm. He wanted to run Cloud of Insects for 20% damage reduction. Like the 20% less damage the enemies can do. Which is great because once again we don't have much survivability. So that makes sense. Jaunt, of course, like in every single build. Soul Harvest, Languish. It doesn't really matter what rune you pick, except that it'll determine if you're going to do poison damage. That, blah, blah, blah. It actually might make more sense to go poison. Because he has all poison runes anyways. Because you're going to get every single rune, right? From the 4 set piece. Yeah. I don't know why he's actually... Since he's running poison... Oh, never mind. Cloud of Insects is physical. Poison might still make more sense. Or physical. Because that's our only cold damage. Anyways. I'm sure it doesn't matter all that much. Because we still get every single rune anyways. And then Piranado. This is great because we want to stack them up. And get a nice big, soul harvest. And then Frightening Aspect, this is just another, 50% additional armor on Horrify. More survivability. You can pretty much maintain 100% uptime on this. And then the passives. Here's where I really need the Hellfire Ring. Because I need either one of these 4 passives on the Hellfire Ring or Confident or Swampland Attunement. That's another giant survivability boost that I don't have. So that also could be another reason. I mean, I guess also Jungle Fortitude could work too, but I would rather have Swampland Attunement. This would be another reason why I wasn't doing too hot in it. We just lost the 2000% item drop chance increase, so I wasn't able to really farm anything that I needed. But I'm still not convinced that Jade Harvester is going to be a competitor, at least in solo play. Oh, group play definitely not. I think Zunamosa's Poison Dart build is actually making a comeback, and I think is going to be a strong contender for top Witch Doctor right now. But anyways, I still wanted to show you this, guys. And I'll show some gameplay. It's still a really fun build. If you can do a grift where you're not dying every second, it's a blast. It's a very mobile build. I love those. Oh, let me go to the cube really quick. So of course we got Wormwood. We don't want to have to keep casting Locust Swarm because it costs 300 mana. We're gonna if we cast anything, which we should be, it'll be Haunt. We want to be able to spam Haunt. Because remember, with the 4 set piece, every time you use is it 4? Yeah, 4 set piece. If you cast Haunt or Locust Swarm, you reduce the cooldown of Soul Harvest by 1 second. We can't just spam Locust Swarm though. It's too mana expensive. So we want to be able to spam Haunt. So Wormwood at least helps us with the Locust Swarm casting, which is great. Of course, Quetzalcoatl, mandatory. Pretty much just doubles the damage output of everything. And then Ring of Emptiness. This is great to have in the cube because you can get, you can for sure get that 100% damage increase whenever you have somebody affected with Haunt and Locust Swarm. So that's the overall build. I'll hop into a grift here and show it out. I'm just going to do a 60. Because when I did a 65, I was able to do it, but I struggled. Now, once again, just before I hop in here, I don't have the Hellfire Ring, so I'm missing Swampland Attunement buff. That's some decent survivability. And my Esoteric Alteration is level 59, but is only showing that it gives me a 10% non-physical damage reduction. That's a gigantic damage reduction I don't have. Or I could potentially have it, and the tooltip is just the only thing that is bugged. I don't know. But let's just do it anyways. So a 60. This is not high at all. Really easy. So essentially, we're just gonna. Oh, I don't have my critical hit damage numbers on it because I was wanting to see how hard my dots were hitting. But the haunts, we're getting about 50 billion crits. We're just spamming Haunt, which is not too bad. And the main, if you do decide you want to go Jade Harvester anyways, because screw meta and screw everybody who just has to copy other people to do what they, to just get first place. You got to copy their build. Okay, so for example, I just got hit by a Fallen Fanatic. Just one, and I got 1 shot. Now, that was on my part for not moving away from him. But still, it's depressing. This is only level 60, and I got 1 shot by that. Oh, and just a side note, I was wanting to actually test out the Zunamosa Poison Dart, Dagger of Darts build, but I ended up deleting my other stuff on live because we all know Blizzard doesn't give us near enough stash space for all our characters, which is ridiculous. And they're non-ancient, so I just got rid of them, or put them in the cube. And we lost the 2000% damage, or 2000% drop increase, so I wasn't able to really farm them. But anyways, I'm very, very confident that that is going to be one of the best solo and even group play specs coming up. The damage increase is huge. I just died from... I didn't get him poisoned in time. But the damage increase is huge on the Zunomasa set, so I really recommend you give that a try, at least on the PTR. If you have, you know, an SMK or a Dagger of Darts that is not cubed, even if it's terrible, I guarantee it'll do really good. Definitely want to try it out. Alright, so here we go. We got the Rift Guardian. Oh, this guy's a little rough. I apologize if you guys hear any little kids in the background. My little nieces are over. And they're pretty loud in the living room. But anyways, so as you can see, I'm still struggling surviving from the damage from a level 60 Rift Guardian. I think I actually need to just fight him at a distance. So I'm getting 20 billion haunt crits whenever I have the poison conventional elements rolling around. Gosh dang it. Which is not bad. It's pretty decent damage for, you know, a spell you can spam really quickly, and we're also releasing 2 haunts at once. I mean, I'm still gonna try out Jade Harvester when it goes live. Because, as I said, it's a fun spec. And, you know, this current season, they gave you Jade Harvester right when you hit max level anyways. So hopefully that's what happens again. And hopefully it's not too bad. Which, I just got these pants here. In case you guys didn't see these pants, it's one of the new changes for a Sacrifice build. The Swampland Waders. Sacrifice deals up to 400% additional damage to people affected by Locust Swarm or Grasp of the Dead. Really interesting. Hoping that that actually can bring in a new, you know, type of gameplay, but I think it's only a Legacy of Nightmares viable build. Alright, well, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm still going to have the WoW videos going on. It's just until Legion comes out, this is what I'm going to be doing. And Overwatch comes out. I plan on playing a lot of Overwatch until Legion comes out. Anyways, take care, guys.